Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Butterbean, one of the most unique competitors in the history of the heavyweight division. Up against them, Zhang Zheli, fighting out of Zhukou, China. He's nicknamed the Big Bang.
The height, how is that going to... He's going to need a step ladder to hit this fighter.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Atlanta, Georgia, here is the popular knockout artist, recognized as the king of the 4-rounders, introducing Butterbean. Fighting out of the blue corner, hailing from Zhukou, China, introducing the Big Bang, Zhang Zheli.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
The wait is over.
All
the
right,
speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. And there's the bell to start round one. Punch, counter punch. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Good counter punching. Just missing with the uppercut. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. It's all about Butterbean in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute...
Big, deep breaths.
What do we expect to see here in round two? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing, stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Miss with that jab. That hook doesn't score. be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Butterbean in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it.
Change too much, but doing what you're doing.
Let's get it started in round 3. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Misses with the straight left. A perfect counter shot. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They block the hook. And he scores with the counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. He threw a punch and just got countered. Incredible work rate. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Butterbean in that last round. I promise you, all three. Back at it in round 4. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And down goes the Big Bang. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Is that forever hope? Remember the fight to Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Look out! It's not the Hindenburg! It's Butterbean who's down! It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five. Are you okay?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. One round, two knockdowns, each by a different fighter.
And they were heavy knockdowns too.
Would you take him out? He's too tired. He's not getting back up.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp.
Right hand's beautiful. Beautiful. That's it. Squats.
There's the bell to start round 5. Keep in mind, both of these fighters got knocked down in the prior round.
I've seen that twice before. Both fighters knocked down in the same round. And you think, who's going to go back as confident? Who's going to come out as confident?
And down goes Jean. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. Nice counter. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Stamina is off the charts. Those counter punches have to hurt. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
To make or break a fighter.
You stay focused now. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots, yeah?
Come on, do you want to win this fight? I need you to go back out there and he's
Change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
There's the bell to start round 6. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can repel on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Throws the jab but does not score. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Butterbean in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
This is when we talk about championship material.
Good work. Don't forget the jab. Don't get called away.
Round 7, here we go. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you're getting in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
He misses with that straight left. And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Through the straight left, but it won't score. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. You've got to relax.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. It's all about Butterbean in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no...
His round. I need you to focus.
There's the bell to start round 8. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Swing and a miss with that hook. How about that time counter shot? He misses with that jab. They exchange punches. That hook misses. Oh no, Butterbean! He's in trouble! How is this fight still continuing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot.
Whoa, Johnny! Whoa, and Butterbean just got rocked! And down goes Butterbean! You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Oh, the big fella stumbling and bumbling. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.